Welcome back. So this weekend is the Renaissance Festival. That is an annual thing. Um, I didn't really spend a lot of time here because I came right after work and it was hot as hell. So I didn't want to stay outside for too long, so I just did a little walk around the area that they set up. They had like two different areas that I saw. I don't know if they had something else. Oh, this was the archery thing, which was pretty cool. If it wasn't that crowded, I would have probably tried it. But yeah, so this is like the main area where they have different artisans. So people selling jewelry that are like, I guess, designed they design it to the style of like medieval times or whatever, which I hope you can see it in the video because I was just doing like a walk by. But like they had different types of jewelry, stuff made of leather. I don't know if it's real leather or faux. Didn't really stay around for too long. But yeah, they had costumes if you wanted to buy costumes. They had swords, like wooden swords, and different stuff. They had what you call that, nougat, and other stuff to eat. Cheese. They had cheese further up in the video. You'll see the cheese that they had. But yeah, they had a bunch of stuff. So I don't know what they had in store this weekend. I don't think I'm gonna go tomorrow, which is Sunday. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go because it's hot. Like it's been hot since last week. So because we have a heat wave, so I don't know how these people put up with the heat. Like the people who are in the tents, I don't know how they put up with this heat. But I would assume they've been there all day, because it starts at 10 a.m. and it ends like late down in the evening. Last year, what they did was in the evening, they had this ball, like a medieval ball, where you could dress up in costumes. You go and like they had like live music, people playing different instruments, like instruments that are connected to this time period, and they did like dances and so it was pretty cool. I don't know what they did today because, as I said, I didn't stick around because it was too hot and I was tired. Anywho, this was actually not the only thing going on this weekend. The thing that I like with France as well, it's once it gets to like spring, summer, when the weather is nice, in addition to like restaurants having what they call terrace, where you have seating outside, it's usually nice, blah blah blah. They usually have a lot of events on the weekends. So this medieval festival wasn't the only thing going on this weekend. There was what you call that, Pride Ball. So they had like at the mayor like town hall, inside town hall, which is pretty cool. They opened that up to the public. But yeah, so they had like a Pride Ball where they have drag shows, DJs, whatever, whatever. That started at 7 p.m. and it's supposed to be like 7 p.m. to midnight, which at the time of recording this audio, it's almost midnight. It's 11:22, so it should be going on still. It would have been nice to go, but yeah, no. I wasn't planning to go back outside after I came home. Like, no. So yeah, that was going on. And also in another section of the city, they had, what was it? I don't remember, but they had like another event. Like, usually there are multiple events that go on the weekends. But yeah, it was nice to walk through this little medieval section. It continues to tomorrow. I don't know what they have in store for tomorrow, but more than likely, they'll still have these stands with these artisans selling different stuff. They also had wine. I saw a guy selling wine, but I didn't stop to check what it was. Yeah. But yeah, if you ever come to Lyon around this time of year, usually I think it's the end of May, feel free, check out the Renaissance Festival. Now, since I was already in the old town, I decided to show you guys a little bit while I walk through, quick walkthrough, because it was too hot to lele, as we say back home. I wasn't planning to lele because, oh, this is pretty cool. This is like a miniature museum, like museum of like miniature art and stuff. So they have like miniature replicas of movie stuff, sets, props. They, I don't know if they still have it, but when I went there, they had the Batmobile from Batman, so that was pretty cool. Anyways, yeah. So I wasn't planning to stick around too long, so I just did like a quick walkthrough to show you guys the old town. If you ever come to France, visit Lyon. You can visit the old town. It's pretty cool. Maybe don't come during summer. Technically, it's not summer yet, but we have a heat wave, so it feels like summer. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't. Oh, these ladies were pretty cool. Their outfits. Yeah, you see random people just walking around in the costumes and stuff. But anyways, I wouldn't advise coming during summer. I mean, you could if you want. Why not? But it's very hot. And the thing with France is they're not prepared for heat. Like a lot of places don't have air conditioning. So especially here in the old town, if you stop by, you visit these shops, they don't have AC, like no air conditioning. They weren't built for this heat. And some places you might have, I don't know what you call that, but like a portable air conditioning unit, but it's usually not sufficient for the entire building. So it's still pretty hot. You can come. If you like the heat, come to Lyon in summer. But yeah, it's a nice city. The old town is pretty cool, pretty chill. Of course, a lot of these stores are geared towards tourists, so it's like tourist priced. If you don't mind that, then by all means, every country and every major city is pretty similar in the sense of they have things that target tourists. Um, but yeah, they have some cool little stores that sell little pastries or sweets. This is my favorite ice cream place, Thé Adelis. I think that's how you say it. They have a wide variety of ice cream, so come check it out. Um, if you're non-dairy, they have non-dairy ice cream as well. They have sorbets. So yeah. So yeah, back to the what I was saying with the heat. If you don't mind the heat, yeah, for sure, come during summer. Um, but yeah, it's a nice city to check out. Nice city to check out. If you're a foodie, I'm not really a foodie, but if you're a foodie, it's like huge on gastronomy. Like it's known for that, it's famous for that. So yeah, you can find some pretty cool places to eat. Um, Brunch has become a thing now. I don't know how long brunch has been a thing, but you have a lot of places that serve brunch. Otherwise, you can taste like authentic Lyonnais cuisine while you're here. Um, but yeah, I'm almost at the end of this walk because, as I said, it was hot. So I didn't stick around too long. I just did a quick tour. There are other sections to the old town, of course. There's up on the hill, there's a big cathedral, basilica. I don't know what's the difference between a basilica and a cathedral. I don't know. But there's a huge basilica at the top of the hill, which I think you saw during my walk through the Renaissance booths. So I don't know, they probably had something up on the hill, but I did not go up there because I was like, nah, the heat. Anyways, thanks for sticking around. If you did, feel free, subscribe, like, comment.